try to make sure that this year you at least turn into a different dude. You at least change something up, right? Because it's just so unfortunate to see plateauedness, and not just lifting, not just muscle growth, just life. You know, I'm not old, but I've been out of high school for a couple of years. Especially if you're older than me, if you're up 30s, 40s, whatever. You know of dudes who you were buddies with, started off in the same place, and then, you know, you hear about them later, and they're just, it's just nothing. That's the whole point, man. You know, every day do some progress.
Retired Navy SEAL David Goggins says he knows how to make those changes stick. Goggins is described as one of the toughest men on the planet. He's the only man in history to complete elite training as a Navy SEAL, Army Ranger, and Air Force Tactical Air Controller.
He literally reads out things his haters say in comments and records it.
Oh, so he does.
And
he reads the comments
and then listens to it while he runs.
God.
But he's a psycho.
Yeah,
I would not recommend that. And
so,
I don't
so
know
it's
if
the opposite to your approach.
Yeah, but he lives a different life. Like it's a very performance-based life. It's not like an interactive life. He's different. Like David exists in this world where he is out there pushing himself beyond the limitations of the average human.
You know, when I'll bring this up every so often because I do get this comment a lot. It's like, what are your goals, man? What's the point of all this? You know, why the hell are you doing all this shit? You know, I've covered this before. It's because I like it. You know, I found a thing where, oh shit, all right, I like doing this, and then not only do I like doing it, but it gives me, you know, it almost gives me dividends. It's a walk around jacked, which is pretty cool. You know, just get to have a thing that I'm proficient at. Who doesn't want to be the best? Oh, I love this quote. A dude can live until 75, but he dies at 30. He's just living the same year over and over again. And if you kind of zoom that in onto a day-by-day level, then do you think you've been doing the exact same thing day after day after day for this past year? You know? And that's not necessarily only considering what you actually do. Like, obviously, I've done the same thing every day for the last year. Woke up, ate my food, lifted, came back, ate some more food, and went back to bed. I guess there's some school in there too, but whatever. So even though it's the same thing every day, it's still working towards, you know, progressing.
I mean, when Goggins lived with me, his rule was we had to do something every day that sucked. That was his rule.
He's the master at that.
Yeah, tell me about it.
He wants to be the dude who kicks the kickball over the fence. Everybody wants to be the dude who, when they draw something in art class, the teacher holds it up and says, guys, this is what you should be doing. You know, shit like that. You're just hardwired in your mind, you know, even subconsciously, you don't even have to think about it, where to be good at something, some kind of legit skill, right, that's just gonna make you feel good. You know, that's a satisfactory experience. So if you don't have anything like that, if you kind of have like an aimlessness that you feel a lot, where, you know, you go to work, you go to school, you play your games every day, you hang out with some buddies or whatever. Honestly, I mean, that's not fulfilling enough. That's not enough.
7, 8, 9, 10, a machine here. There you go. Nobody works like David in this house.
A lot of doomer style posts about working out. Where it's like, oh, dude, oh man, this, like, you know, just real depressing shit. Which, totally not knocking, it's mad valid. But when it comes to working out in general, I think, now this is not like an objective statement, this is kind of just my opinion, but I think having more of a stoic approach to something long-term, which requires like daily effort on your end if you want to actually get results, you know, I think having a little bit more of a stoic mindset is better for you, you know. Like sometimes we go weeks, months, maybe years just killing it. Everything's working out, you're just cruising through life. Badass. But shit hits the fucking fan sometimes. Like family, interpersonal, sports, school, like that. You know, obviously I'm always mad jovial on these. Every time I get the camera going, I'm going to lift, or I'm eating my meals. You know, I'm doing something which I know is getting me closer to a goal I have. So of course I'm, you know, hyped up for it. But it's the fan sometimes. Come on, let's be real. That's just part of life. But in general, I mean, I don't want to linger on it too much. You know, I've over the course of time, I've kind of found that, like, cliche in statements, cliche little mottos, you know, like when people say, like, the kind of where it's like, oh, the grass is always green on the other side type deal. Like those little cliches which you kind of just hear, you don't really put much emphasis onto them. You know, they're all true. So for the most part, if you're going through, as long as you don't, you know, muddle, just kind of stay too down, right? As long as you know you're going to get your back up, you kind of feel better at the end of it. Plus, that's where you really develop, you know? Like, you don't really build character just by chilling, right? When shit goes crazy, you know, in times of intense emotion, when you reach this, what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's from a Grave Mind video. Yeah. Look it up, Grave Mind, 6 Realms of Existence. That video is super good. That's kind of getting into some philosophical type. But, you know, when it really goes crazy, that's where you kind of develop as a person. So try not to get too depressed about it. But when it comes to lifting, dude, like, I don't know. Like, when I see dudes who, like, you know, I've got a couple of friends who always have girl trouble, and I'll see them come into the lift, and they look like they're in the zone, but I know why. It's because they're just upset. I don't know if that's the best way to go about it, right? Because when you introduce all these outside factors into the gym, I feel like you're not really in there for yourself. Like, you're trying to, you know, go hard or get, you know, certain amounts of results or whatever, just to almost get over on someone else, or like do it for someone else's approval, or like you want to show them, or yeah, it's fucking, look what you're missing out on. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. That just seems so superficial. You know, in that sense, I feel like you're just allowing other people's opinions and thoughts to control what you do. Right? For the most part, the more often you can do purely because it's what you want to do, it's going to bring you, yourself, satisfaction immediately, not just like making you feel better because you know that someone else is now thinking this about you. That's almost like a roundabout set of satisfaction. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, just, I don't know. I kind of feel like just don't do just because other people tell you to. I guess that's sort of what I'm trying to get at, motivational style.
Good. 22.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
That's you, buddy. Come on, 23. Come on, 24. One more, David.
Who's
One more.
gonna carry the boats?
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You did it. Yeah.